All right, so
There's magic in everything all the time.
What are some of the major things when it comes to witchery that people get wrong? Like, do you guys drink blood? Do you do rituals? Do you do the pentagram on the ground and stay in a circle and like? Good morning, world. Yeah, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way, all platforms. And I just wanted to come and do this special interview because we have somebody here from another country in New York City, and she goes by the name
Layla.
Okay, Layla. Okay, so Layla, let them know where you're from.
Yeah,
let them know anything, your Instagram, of course, and a little bit about you.
So I'm an artist and a witch from Sweden. From Stockholm.
Okay.
So I do music, write and I sing, and I also do a lot of witchy things.
Do you have any like products coming out as far as like musical?
Yeah, I will release 2 songs in a month or so.
And she's gonna let us know, so we can put that link right in the description. And y'all make sure y'all hit her on
my Instagram or Spotify.
Which will both be in the description. I'll put a link somewhere here, or the picture, the Instagram name somewhere here. But I am very intrigued and interested to get to know more about the music, of course. But when you say you're a witch, what do you mean by that? Like let's speaking to people who don't know anything about witchery.
I would say that it's a spiritual practice. So I'm very psychic. I can sense things and read people and stuff. That's one part of it. And then I have a spiritual practice. So for me, it's the tarot cards. I'm into astrology and I do readings in both.
So you're like one of the people who can say, "Oh, you're a Aries, and yeah, I know you're gonna act this way, or I know you're gonna be like this."
Yeah, because you have like a whole chart. So the thing that people like your sun sign, which is when you're born, actually don't say much about you because you have like a lot of different other planets.
So the sun sign is what everybody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
But you have like a moon, a rising sign, and like a lot of other planets, and then they have aspects to each other. So it's like the whole, how this whole thing is cooperating, which makes you basically.
Okay, so are you able to change that, or is it just who you are is who you always are? Does life change it? Because a lot of people, some people they don't believe in the whole astrology thing. They say, hey, I'm like this because of the things I went through, not because of what I was born under. Like maybe you can.
You can actually see things that have happened to you through astrology as well. You can track you can make an astrology chart for this moment, for example. So you can do astrology charts for anything basically.
Okay.
But the personality thing is more how you function, but it's a way of getting to know yourself. So you can know like how you function and why. So it's very helpful for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when people think of witchery, right? Like, all right, so excuse me if I get any offensive in there. I'm just speaking to you as a man who's grown up in the 80s and 90s and who has, seen things through a different perspective.
Yeah.
When we think of witchery, we think of like Salem, we think of like Hocus Pocus, we think of like Merlin the Magician, like stuff that's on TV. Is that the same type of witchery, or is it more detailed? Like, because I know you say spiritually, but like maybe you can give us more insight on it because everyone has this make.
Witchery for me is basically like being connected to your own soul and your own the highest path for you on this earth, I would say.
So it's like a religion?
It's not a religion, it's more like a spiritual belief and a way of looking at the world. And for me, it's about like seeing the magic in everything and knowing that we are divinely guided all the time. And if you are true to yourself and what you believe in and what is right for you, you will always find the right way in life.
When you say magic, people, when most people think of magic, we think of like spit fire out your hands and stuff like that. But when you see magic, are you talking about just the essence of things, or
the essence of things?
Not particularly,
no.
Okay.
But like how things work out in life when you meet somebody, like how everything is so
connected.
Yeah, so connected and so beautifully orchestrated for everybody.
All right, so
there's magic in everything all the time.
What are some of the major things when it comes to witchery that people get wrong? Like, do you guys drink blood? Do you do rituals? Do you do the pentagram on the ground and stay in a circle and like?
Everybody has their own practice, but
so it's different forms of witchery.
Yeah, you could be a witch and you could do your own things, and that would be witchery for you, But there are certain
standards.
Yeah, probably,
okay.
Or like trends, I would say nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the question, Ryan?
Safe to drink blood. In very small amounts, say a few teaspoons, and if the blood is free from pathogens such as the many blood-borne diseases, blood might not harm you.
Like, what are some of the people presume when they think witchery, they think like the pentagram, you stay in the middle, you worship the devil, you drink blood, you cut yourself, you make blood sacrifice, you cut off chicken heads.
It's just about like connecting to your own spirit.
So that's not like really a major thing, all that stuff that people think.
No.
TV, boy. I tell you, TV.
No, it's more a spiritual practice. It's like, I don't know, yoga or meditation or anything.
So is a part of your ritual like voodoo, or is that just?
No, that's black magic. I don't do black magic.
So black magic is part of witchery, no? Or is it separate?
Yeah, probably it is a part of witchery. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it looked down on, or is it like just another form? Like,
I think it's looked down on from most people who are into it for the right reasons. I don't know anyone who is into black magic, for example.
See, all right, so now I a lot of people know they watch the channel. I travel around the world, so I get to meet and I don't do like the tourist travel, so I meet with a lot of locals. And being though I watch TV and I come from the urban area, I know a lot of people that think, oh, this witchery stuff is foolish, it's so made up, it's stuff we see on TV. But I've been to these places deep in jungles and deep in places where they've been practicing stuff for centuries and centuries. So I'm like, okay, if something is not, has no realness to it, there's no way that it's going back this far.
Exactly.
So I understand that there is essence to it, but is yours derived from some old form of witchery, or is it something that is new?
Well, I know from like the psychic people I've met in my life and from what I can sense myself that I have a lineage of very psychic people in my family. So I feel that I have it like in me. But I guess that the practices that I'm doing are newer.
And you learned that from
myself. I was curious. So.
Now I see a lot of people who are in witchery wear these right here. What are these?
These are crystals, gemstones.
What do they represent? Like,
this is an amethyst. And this is a smoky quartz. So they all have different traits and energies. So it depends on what you need and like what you want to work with. So this, for example, brings me calm and has a really like spiritual. It opens up the third eye. And this smoky quartz is for protection. So these are my two main ones that I use.
I really wish you guys could see. Maybe you can get up for a second. We can show the camera, get a little bit closer to the camera so they can see it. Some of these tattoos, like they look like Egyptian hieroglyphic stuff. Do you mind if you could show them and maybe explain some of them?
Yeah,
I come up with something
good.
more. I know you guys probably can't see. I'm trying to move up a little bit closer so you guys can see.
So this is actually a witch stamp.
Come up closer. All right, there. That's good.
This is a witch stamp.
Okay.
And this is a language called Theban, which is a witch language.
Okay.
And this says magic here. Then I have the eye. I'm very fascinated with eyes.
And that's mostly because you are more of a third eye person who can see.
I am. And I also find them very aesthetically appealing.
Okay.
And then this is like the solar system, or like orbits.
Right.
And then these are the elements. So it's like fire, earth, water, and air.
Right.
Which are the elements also very like represented in tarot. What else do I
So it's not like the Fifth Element movie.
No.
Oh, okay.
This is a woman in meditation on the lunar cycles.
Okay.
And then I have my crystal ball here. And here it says universum, which means
Universe?
universe in Swedish.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a lot of
So
tattoos.
are the tattoos are connected? Let me get back in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So are the tattoos all connected to like the spiritual aspect of the witchery, or are they like something that just you generally like?
It's just what I like, and it's
Okay.
part of my aesthetics
Because-
and like my beliefs. I guess it's all.
The reason why I ask is because, like I said, when I travel around the world and I go and I see some ancient Santa Maria stuff, if I'm in Mexico and I'm in Yucatan Peninsula, I might see something, or if I'm in Colombia and Palenque, I see something around there. And a lot of them, even when it goes back to like Egyptians and stuff, a lot of them had, hieroglyphics and stuff on their body to symbolize stuff. And I thought that was like a connection like that. So that's cool to know. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about tarot. Because a lot of people, remember, we're in the United States. Now, I know you're from Sweden. But in the United States, we are very, how do you say, skeptical about everything. So whenever we see like psychic places, or we see people who see the future, or they do like voodoo and stuff, we kind of like skeptical of it because we don't know anything about it, and we everything in the United States, because we have so much access to everything, we just don't believe everything. Maybe you can give people a more logical understanding of how it works.
Yeah. Well, the thing with tarot is that if you go to a really good psychic, they wouldn't even have to use the cards, because they would still be able to read your energy and like see things. The cards are just a tool for somebody to channel like
Wait a
a
minute.
higher connection.
So if I see if I go to a psychic and she brings out them cards, I'm like, you're fake. I'm going.
No, it's not that easy.
Okay, I'm about to say. Oh, wait a minute now.
But I mean, like a really good psychic wouldn't. It's just a tool. Like there are different tools to connect with somebody's essence and like timelines.
Okay.
So it's a way of it's a way of connecting and being able to channel information about somebody.
My question is, are there like secrets and stuff that you're not supposed to tell people or speak on in witchcraft?
No, I wouldn't say that. I have courses in tarot in Sweden, so people come to me and learn the cards. But the thing is that everybody can learn the theory about tarot, but everyone can't be a psychic. Do you understand?
It has to be something that was in your card, or behind your cards. That's something that you were born with.
Or that you develop through life. You could develop being intuitive, because you have an intuition, right?
Right.
Everyone does, because we're human beings. But it's just the fact that most people, I think, are not functioning from that very intuitive place within themselves. Because this is how our society works.
It's more of what I can see, I can prove, versus what might be that.
And also, people don't have the time to be so like in tune with themselves, because everyone is just like working and doing shit all the time.
So, do you meet up with other witches, or are you a lone witch?
I have other witch friends, yes.
Okay, and last question about that. We want to move on to the music too. But last question about that. Do y'all have? Okay, so you say you're not into voodoo, so you've never done anything like to try to curse somebody or anything
No,
like
I
that.
would never do that
Okay.
because that's karma. It's just gonna come back to me. So I'm
Gotcha.
only interested in helping people connecting to their highest path, and I want to be on my highest path.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna take a step off the witchery real quick. It's witchery, that's right.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna take a step off the witchery and whatnot. I'm gonna ask you this: when it comes to music, you said you've been doing music how long?
I've been writing songs for 10 years now.
Okay. I don't know if you want to say the age. So basically, when you were younger.
I was 20 when I started, like 19, 20. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think you were like 24 now.
9 years.
But okay. So what started you writing music, and what kind of music do you write?
I write dark, like R&B pop. and rock.
Maybe you can give us some kind of example by person, because they might not know the genre, but maybe you can say this person. Oh, I know their music.
Maybe like Banks would be close.
Okay.
She's an American artist.
Okay. I'll put it up here so you guys can get a gist of it. And what is it? Is it something that is in you that you just wanted to write, or did you want to actually always be an artist?
I always wanted to be an artist since I was a child. I saw myself like on stage and stuff, and I always knew like that's gonna be that's where I wanna be.
Is that big in Sweden?
Is what big?
Like being an artist in Sweden, as far as the type of music you make. It's like, is there a platform for you to do that in Sweden?
Well, I haven't been feeling it. That's why I want to move here.
Okay.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
All right. So, but have you performed before?
Yeah, I have. I've been studying music a couple of times, and then we perform a lot.
Okay. And you've came to New York, but you didn't get a chance to perform in New York yet.
No, but I'm gonna try to do it next week.
Because before you go,
Yeah,
because she's going back to Sweden, but you say you're gonna come back.
I will come back.
Okay. Because there are a lot of open mics that you can find
Yeah.
anywhere around us. Even right today, you can find somewhere you can go. Now, do you have music already written, or do you?
Yeah, I have a lot of music.
I mean, is it like in studio where you're gonna perform it, or is it like you just sing with the music?
I could do it like me and the piano.
You can play the piano too?
Yeah.
Hey, she's a real artist. Okay, so you can sing.
Yes, I can sing.
No, because when you say pop, I'm thinking Rihanna. I want to say Rihanna can sing, but I'm thinking like studio singer, not like really piano singing this. You can really sing. Maybe you can hit a note.
No, not like that.
Okay.
You just have to listen to my EP.
I'm checking it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify. I'm gonna put the link in the description. All right. So I know I don't want to hold you the question too much longer, but I do want to ask, where do you see your music going in 5 years, or your career going in 5 years, or do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I say 5, and then I'll say 10.
That's a good question. I'm a visionary, so I have like really big dreams, and I want to live probably in Los Angeles. I want to be there and create music and just tour around the whole world and talk about like spiritual things and get to channel my spiritual energy through my music and help people in different ways.
So it's not about the money. It's more about
Not at all.
the message and the helping of others.
Yeah, and the creative expression, I would say.
Have you ever thought about? I know you say you write for other people, because I think that could be a way you can still do it. Even you might be a little bit more shy to promote.
Well, I have tried, but it's not my thing.
What, writing for other people?
Yeah, I feel like I have to have a connection with my music, and then I have to sing it myself, because that's how I write the song. It comes through me, so it has to. My voice has to be like a part of it. If that makes sense. But maybe I should try.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be close to it.
Me personally, I feel as though all exits are. I mean, anything is possible,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't just want to put myself to only doing things one way. Like,
You're right.
I travel the world. I do vlogs. I do different type of stuff, but I also do interviews. I also do dating. I also do a lot of different stuff that fall under the video recording type stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really like to do it all the time, but I learned. So that's why I said maybe, you can find someone that does, especially there's a lot of people that want to do similar things.
Yeah, I know.
So, All right, so what is 2 questions? 1 question left, and then we're gonna wrap it up. What is the worst thing, or that people get wrong about being a witch?
I don't know. They don't tell me.
No?
No. I think people are pretty open. Like they're like you. They ask questions and they want to understand what it is.
You know what I think it is? No.
Maybe they're scared of me cursing them. Don't ever mess with a witch.
I got my chocolate. Also because normally when we think of witches, we think of unattractive fat women, but you see a beautiful woman, you're not gonna really like ask and stuff that's disrespectful. So I guess it's like that. But and the other question is, how does your family feel about you moving to New York or coming over here alone and doing all this stuff? Because that's got to be, you're in a whole new world. First of all, because your background is not your background is from Sweden, but your family isn't.
Yeah.
But you left the Sweden and you came over here, and you're talking about living over here. Like, how does your family deal with that? Like,
well, they're used to me like doing my weird shit.
She's a rebel. She's a rebel.
Yeah, they know that I'm not gonna be tame ever. They support it.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. All right. I appreciate your time for this interview. She answered a lot of questions. If you guys got any more questions, put them in the description. I'll make sure you get them to her. Even better, hit up on Instagram after you listen to her music on Spotify.
Yeah, you could if you have any questions about witchery or anything, you could just DM me.
Hit in the DMs.
Yeah.
So tell them your Instagram, tell them where they can DM you at, and once again, tell them your Spotify one more time.
So my Spotify is Layla, and my Instagram is Layla. Well, just link it down below.
Yeah. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much, Layla. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Chocolate!
Bye.
Good morning, world.